morning, everyone. It is time. AOTX3 ahead of us. We are going to be starting off the day with Granblue. I'm Kopi VT here with the amazing, wonderful, lovely Cicada. Are you doing good this morning?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. Attack on Texas has become a very big staple of North Texas fighting game tournaments. You have it ran by great people, T-Lock folks. You got Sloth and Mikey involved. And you've got a lot of games coming up. And being some of the first ones to lead us in for the day to set the bar, it's exciting, man. So I'm really, really glad to be here. Yeah,
and we got your Texas classics that are here. We've got BSG, we've got Proteus, we have Omega, we have Galactic Bounty, among a couple other people, which Proteus is going to be our first set here with Cheval Grand. Uh-oh, we got our UMA daily poll. Is that what's going on?
Yep. Sorry. I love it. Let's see. What is he going to get?
2-star, baby? No, just a 1-star.
Yeah, nothing.
Who we getting? Who we getting?
All right, the Bakashin Road, dude. We're going to have to carry us forward. I like it, man. And, of course, we got Proteus on Versuvia. It looks like we've got a Zoe on the other end. What's interesting, too, is that if you watch closely at Combo Breaker recently, Evo recently, I apologize, misspoke. You saw Proteus on stream. He actually had a really nice set against Monarch on Matera, right? It went pretty close and ended up going to Game 3. Unfortunately, Proteus lost that set. But that should kind of give you some weight if you're not super familiar with the North Texas scene. We have some real Granblue players. Obviously, we got BSG, but Proteus is a sincerely solid player, and I'm looking to see how he does in this matchup here.
Absolutely. I mean, Zoe is one of the characters. Maybe a little bit of down on her for a little bit, and especially against Versusio. Just the range that she plays is so awkward for Zoe, and this is exactly why that 2L, that 2U, and 2M are so good defensively.
Exactly. Proteus, I mean, Versuvia is known for having great long-range normals and really, really solid fireball and space control. Once she gets that first hit, it becomes really, really hard for you to beat her. But in exchange, she doesn't have the greatest defensive options all the time. So if Cheval Grand can find a meaningful hit first, he can do something good. Right here, he's in a pretty bad situation. Unfortunately, spot dodge is wrong, and he's going to get blown up for it. Good first round for Proteus.
Yeah, Ultimate Anitia has to be rolled. You cannot spot dodge it, unlike with the medium or L versions. Or even EX, you can kind of spot dodge it. That's a hard reaction because you're so used to in Granblue spot dodge when the screen turns blue.
Exactly. Spot dodge, like use your defensive options. Cheval, nice 6-6L to get something started. Got the 5L with no confirm off of that. Again, trying to find something here, but this is the difficulty of this matchup. Exactly what you were saying, Kobe. Oh, good. Sash light for Proteus. But this is the difficulty for this. Oh.
Buttons incorrect?
Buttons incorrect.
Uh-oh.
Mid-set.
That is... Oh, is the stick dying? Oh, no. Just forgot to press plus.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. But
looks like buttons might be proper. Did one of the secondary settings get changed?
Maybe.
Tech inputs are off.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if tech... Yeah, there.
That'll do it.
Somebody turned them off.
Yep. That's why, me as a default Andy, I click default, let it rock.
I need to start doing that more. Because that actually happened to me at the Beta Rising Tournament at Evo 23.
Yeah.
Both me and my opponent had technical inputs off for game one. Neither of us knew. And after game one, we both just immediately went back to character select.
Yeah. You're like, all right, we need to go back over this.
To me, and honestly, that option should be at the top of your button select, not hidden.
Yeah. But hey, that's going to be a tough one. I think Proteus is going to take that first game. I'd be surprised if they didn't give it to him. But either way, we're back into it. And look at, Cheval Grand, you're seeing him play very patient because he has to. It's hard to get in on Versuvia, so you can't overcommit. Otherwise, you risk just getting completely blown up.
Yeah. And, oh my, that is a beautiful 5U, but gets back thrown into the corner.
Nice
and
stuff.
The BC whip and just needed to delay it a slight bit.
Yeah, not only didn't get the anti-air, but completely whiffing on that Brave counter. Really bad stuff, and it's letting Proteus just do whatever he wants here, right? He's set up, he's got the install, he hits him with the fireball, hard knockdown, and you're just in a tough spot if you're Cheval Grand. Fortunately, getting blown up there. That'll be enough.
Yeah, that close H is plus. Usually you see Versusius just mash spot dodge there to try and bait out a Brave counter, but Proteus is getting more and more wise to people doing that more and more often, so just lets the plus range rock and takes the turn. Gonna counter anything you do.
Yo, I love the laser beam there, by the way, to beat the fireball zoning. Really good stuff. And even if Proteus blocks it, you get a lockdown so you can run up and start applying some pressure. Really smart adaptation by Cheval Grand. But now you've got to play the bullet hell here, right? You've got to be able to get in, finds a jump in, and will get a bit of damage here. Hopefully gets the setup.
Yeah, he's gonna set up with the lightning. Brave counters out. Great delay from Proteus. Gets the Nimbus with the follow-up.
Full counter. That's a red-eye flight, West Coast to East Coast. Nice back throw by Chevelle Grant. He's been on top of those. Tried to bait out a throw himself. Not going to find it.
Yeah, brave counter out. Get the Initia. Spot dodge. Just too late. Have to really be wary when there is 50 meter online of a late spot dodge on Initia.
Good hits. You got one touch if you're Chevelle Grant, so you have to play this really early safely. One last round on the line here, and gets clipped walking forward, absolutely blown up. Really unfortunate one.
Versusia is full of 18, 16 frame specials that go very far. We've got EX Pillar. We've got all the lariats.
Yeah.
So you have to really be careful if you're in death range of running at all.
100%. And it looks like that's going to be the first game for Proteus. They kind of washed out that first game completely. I kind of like to see it, let both players play at their peak potential. Right now, Chevelle Grant getting back into the corner pretty early and getting clipped by a lot of little damage. That's going to add up quick.
Absolutely. Gets the lariat. Going to use that follow-up in order to make things safe. Nice EX Nimbus.
Yeah, tried to challenge and get blown up for it, unfortunately. And, bad. A little bit too minus, and you get pushed back into the corner. Once again, Chevelle Grant has to make a huge comeback if he has any chance.
Yeah, the UDP, nice little start, but gets clipped on the HH. And now you're at chip out against Versusia.
Yeah.
That's just going to happen.
She's one of the best characters in the game, flat out, of just chipping you out, especially doing so safely. It's very low committal for her to apply a ton of damage and a bunch of long-range fireballs. And that stuff adds up quickly. What's hurting Chevelle Grant is he's just getting clipped by a lot of little, almost quote-unquote meaningless touches, but they're adding up damage, and they're putting him in bad situations early. So when Proteus finally gets the big combo and the big confirm, it's too late for him to mount any sort of comeback. Nice jump over there. Wow.
Absolutely gets the punish. If you're Chevelle Grant right here, you know that this is a very tough opponent. Your win condition is going to be knocking Proteus down. That's how you beat any player that you feel is significantly better than yourself. Just make him guess on Oki.
Yeah.
Players guess wrong, even the best.
Exactly. At its core, you got a 50-50 chance of guessing wrong. So if you guess incorrectly, you're in a bad shape. Good touch by Proteus from a distance there. Trying to set up, and you see Proteus standing well behind the timer in that mid-screen space, not giving up anything, and wants to be able to react to any option you can throw out. Chevelle Grant, though, coming in close, gets clipped low.
And just the big close H will do it. Proteus will take the set 2-0. Moving on to top 8 qualifier.
Yeah, very confident 2-0. I want to give you credit exactly what you were saying, when Chevelle Grant got the hits, he wasn't looking for straight knockdown Oki. He was setting up lightning, but that was really, it's really weak to getting Brave Counter. And you saw Proteus both times he got in that situation, immediately Brave Counter to get out of it. He doesn't want to be stuck, and he knows, I'll lose this game if I'm forced to guess a little bit too much. So really smart stuff by Proteus.
Yeah, because usually what most Zoe players will do when they set up that lightning is go for the overhead in order to, if it gets blocked, then you're going to BC it, or you're going to be safe due to lightning following up right afterwards, giving you the plus frames. Or you can kind of throw some mind games there, block and have that lightning not get BC'd.
Yeah.
Because if you do an Oki version of lightning, you can block before it, kind of similar to most other specials that have delayed, like all of Nier's death specials, for example, especially Fatal Waltz.
Yeah.
But without just being able to set that up, was going in too quickly. And then Proteus was like, all right, I'm just going to take the BC here. I'm going to get out of the corner free, and I'm in bigger advantage state because I am Versusia. You are Zoe. I have the buttons that you don't.
Exactly. And one of the things that's worth counting is that, for him, BC has a bit of a cost, but with how far ahead Proteus was in both of those matches he used it, it was essentially free for him, right? He pushes it away, and he just gets to set up fireball zoning, and he's so far ahead of life that there's not much of a risk of, I get blown up because I've been using Brave points throughout the match. He hasn't been. So he was really in a very comfortable situation to use those options. So really good stuff by Proteus moving on. I hope to see Chevelle Grant a little bit later on in the bracket, but we got to watch further before we know for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got Blue Sky Guy BSG here against Topher.
Interesting.
Two people you will know from good old Suplex. BSG hasn't been able to come out to Suplexes recently. It's been working the night shift, if I understand correctly, on Fridays. But saw do amazing things at EVO. Believe got 13th place, losing to Gamera.
Yeah.
Watching that set was close. It was wild because Gamera picked Jita, too, in that set.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a tough loss, and BSG has been... if you follow him on Twitter, if you've been watching him, he was disappointed by that, man. He really wanted to make top 8. He really wanted to shoot, and he's proven capable of it. Combo breakers, CEO, any event he's gone to, he's been absolutely doing well at. But he's always the bridesmaid. He's never the bride. He's never gotten to break that that bracket streak of his and make the first place at a big major tournament. Evo was a chance for him to do that. Unfortunately, he didn't quite make it. So I know he wants to make up for it. This is his first big event since then, and he wants to win it. I know that drives in him bad.
Absolutely. We're starting with Wellness. Character recently making top 8 at VSF, so already showing up good results in Arc World Tour qualifiers. And it's time. This character has some really disgusting damage. Yeah, you have to be blocking that overhead. That's safe on block from that spacing, but you get a full combo if it hits.
Yeah. Oh, nice big up. Good with the teleport. One thing you're going to want to note if you're not familiar with this game, you're not familiar with this matchup, right? You're going to see Topher on the Cagliostro is going to have the benefit in the neutral. She has better neutral buttons and good ways to keep out Willness. But as soon as Willness gets close, it becomes a whole different ballgame. This man can hit you and make it hurt.
And he doesn't even have to be that close. Wellness's buttons have deceptively long reach on especially 2M.
Oh, yeah. And one thing I want to credit, BSG is pretty familiar with this matchup. There used to be a player who went by at our locals, I forget the guy's tag, but played Cagliostro a lot and was really, really good. And BSG, has played consistently against a bunch of different Cagliostro players over time. Very familiar with the matchup, so not going to fall for a lot of the random teleport shenanigans that you might if you're not as otherwise familiar. And already, great round start for BSG, pushed into the corner immediately and just cashing out with a ton of damage.
Yeah, went for the camera mix, but Topher ready with the U spare body. Not going to matter much, no confirmed, but finds a 2L and claims it.
Yeah, just solid performance. I mean, this is why BSG is so good. He's consistent.
Yeah.
Across the board, he is a very, very solid player. And when he gets those hits, he makes it count. Especially, he was playing a different character before this. His name escapes you off the top of my head. Batista. Basaraga. Sorry, you're right. Basaraga, he's been playing before this. And so he's very familiar with cashing out and making damage count and making his hits count on a character that's much slower than Willness is, right?
Yeah.
Good damage. Topher pushing out of the corner. Good start. Getting his trap set up and getting to throw some rocks. This might not seem like much, but BSG's going to have to take a risk to get in. So if Topher plays safe, he has a good chance. Great hit by BSG, though.
Well, the risks are very safe, almost full screen buttons. And right now you are one combo away if you are Topher from losing this round. And that 6-6L will do it. Good night, sweet prince.
Yeah, just make it simple. I mean, this is a guy who is a top player, and this is a lesson you should take across the board. BSG's a top player, and he just does a simple combo. Why work harder than you need to if you're going to kill just by going triple brave, right?
Why speak many words when you do good?
Yeah, exactly. Good pressure. Topher trying to challenge, doing a little bit better. Goes in for a 6SL and gets smoked with it, but no combo. Instead chooses the backup, and now he's going to set up from distance. Wow, nice dashing by BSG.
Great lariat on it. Oh my, get the sweep, but not a confirm.
Yeah, just a little bit too far away to make it count. Both of them challenging each other from a distance, trying to find something meaningful. Nice, big lariat in, challenges, and gets the pickup. Knockdown here, what's going to be the guess? We're just going mids.
Oh, trying to go for an EX special, but not going to find anything except a far H in return. Topher going to absolutely take this hard knockdown.
Jumps over, blocks the brave counter, good stuff, and catches BSG mashing in between. Nice delay so that you can get the counter hit there. Very smart stuff. BSG clipping him in neutral. He gets the spear, but not going to confirm anything out of it. And the teleportation makes BSG ready for it. Nice jab light. Pushes into the quarter.
Oh, was able to counter hit through the trap set. BSG going to take this at 2-0. And also, I know who you were talking about in terms of the Cagliostro. That player banned. Banned a while ago for good reasons.
Yeah. But, no, BSG, really good stuff. And like I said, that's Cagliostro matchup experience. And one of the advantages you have playing Willness, who's a pretty new character, is people haven't really had the time to get into the ins and outs, figure out what you need to really be aware for and looking out for, right? Topher may have played this against this character once or twice now. I'm not super familiar with his recent bracket runs, but BSG has played a lot more CAG than Topher has played against Willness. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah, it's like we're at the point with Willness right now where we know the major reaction checks, the knowledge checks. So you've got the overhead, you've got the low. Throw punish on the overhead if he's close enough. Make sure you're taking your turn back at times, especially after lariats, which are -9.
Yeah.
Dependent on character, because some characters can't really challenge him after that. He can absolutely space himself out where -9 means nothing.
Yeah,
like, you're not punishing even with 6XL on the entire cast almost.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But right now, it's like you said, they just haven't had the experience playing against a good Willness player to know how the mental stacks are going to be implemented. When you need to be reacting high, we need to be sending low block then high, everything like that. Just it's compounding right now.
Oh yeah, man. And BSG, one of the advantages, again, is he's got that Vazaraga in the back pocket, man. If he's not doing as hot on the Willness as he wants to be, he's definitely got that top 3 combo breaker characters in his back pocket if he's got to pull it out. So
absolutely. And BSG is someone who's gunning for Arc World Tour this year. Once again, was just barely not enough at the LCQ.
Yeah, I think he got second in that. I mean, it was
second
tough.
to B-Paw.
He was in, I want to say he was Winterside Grands, too.
Losers.
That's right.
But this year, also, top 2 is taken from the LCQ.
Really?
Because of how the new format is. So how it works is day 1 of the whole weekend, those that have qualified will play in their own bracket.
Yeah.
And they take the top 6 from that.
Oh,
Everyone who loses from that bracket gets to compete in the LCQ if they wish.
Gotcha.
And then the top 2 from the LCQ make up the last of that top 8.
Interesting. So you're going to have a lot of killers in the LCQ this year.
Yeah, because you're going to have, because 16 people qualify. So you're going to have 10 people who will qualify for Arc World Tour in the LCQ.
That's brutal.
Because
10
if they're
tournament winners, man.
They're going to be there anyway. There's literally no reason not to enter the LCQ.
Exactly. Unless you feel really down on yourself. Dude, that's tough, man. But BSG can definitely make it. All he needs is one big win. He needs to get those flowers once, and he'll be in a good position to do it. Speaking of getting some flowers, we got a couple of good players coming up. Looks like we got Omega up on the stage. Our resident, why can't I remember her name? Fairy, thank you, player. And LaShiesty SJ, dude. I like that, man.
Yeah.
But should be a good one. I'm kind of interested in how this one's going to play out. Omega, Fairy is a zoner that's gotten weaker as the game has progressed. Matera's, she's not bad, right?
Fairy's gotten a lot better since the game release.
Okay,
she has a bug that's really affecting her, right?
Yeah.
Well, somewhat really affecting her. But she's still really good.
Yeah, But Matera's definitely become the,
Matera's
premier.
She is the propaganda zoner right now.
She needs it, man. What can I say? You need those fireballs, hard knockdowns. You need the weird infinites that she can somehow do.
Look, despite the funny bonsai combos that do 12k off of a far L, it's not the easiest to set up. If you just block the far L, you're fine.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's also a meme in saying just block forehead. But I want to see who Lil Shiesty plays.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Oh, Lance. Okay.
Interesting character. He had a lot of really powerful stuff early on in the game's lifespan, and they've kind of tuned him down a little since then, but still a very capable, aggressive character with a lot of different options to get in to force you to block and start running his game plan.
They juiced him this patch.
Oh, did they really?
This most recent patch, he was by far and away the biggest winner.
Okay.
Because they gave him a lot more damage and some new combo options.
Nice. Hey, good for him, man. Well, this is LaShiesty's chance to make those combos work. Let's see how much he's been studying up. The biggest start is going to be getting in on Omega. He's so good with the Fairy. All of her buttons are so long, and you can throw out GG. Very nice stuff.
Walt Lance is a very fast character, has his U skill in order to be able to get into the air and do some weird momentum. Still have to close that distance, and GG just going to stop LaShiesty's advance immediately.
Yeah, good stuff. Already converting for a good amount of damage. God, catches him waking up with a big counter hit. Not going to be able to confirm into the full thing, but you still that incidental damage covers a lot, right?
Yeah. Oh, dodge the Beppo, but out of the frying pan into the fryer it was for LaShiesty.
Yeah, tough one. Omega covered a lot of options. One thing to note, especially in this game, it's a classic zoning tank. There are 3 options to beat zoners. You 6XL when you're mid-screen or closer, you can spot dodge, or you can jump. And zoners can typically only cover 2 of those 3 options, right? It's up to Omega to make the right decisions, and LaShiesty's got to be a little patient, try and find a pattern, and try and find a way to get in. Once he gets in, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, but he's got to find that first hit. Good wall jump already starting his way out.
Tried to continue pressure, but wasn't able to get it. Nice blade impulse, but the 2M gonna sweep on by, take a full confirm.
Yeah.
Omega able to get GG back out, walking LaShiesty back to the corner. Southern Cross coming out.
Dude, LaShiesty not even afraid. He pulled the trigger on that from so far away, but unfortunately gets clipped trying to go for the follow-up. Omega with a nice simple conversion is gonna make it count. Good stuff. Already going up 1-0 in the matchup. And again, I'm curious to see what LaShiesty can do once he really gets in and starts running his pressure.
Absolutely. All right, good start. Nice far up. Great turbulence there. Was able to get the counter hit. Yeah, unfortunately, Blade Impulse got blocked. That's a punish.
Yeah, good close L punish. Not super much damage, but you're not getting a lot of damage with Fairy typically. You're looking for screen control, and once you put him in the corner, you can start locking them down with GG. Tries to punish the Minus. Good jump by Lashiesty, forcing him to guess. Unfortunately, Omega's able to cover that.
Yeah,
GG
close them. Quite a good anti-air.
Good pressure, keeping out. Nice dive kick! Yo, that's our classic anti-fireball button. It's a really good option. Wow, tried to suck him in from an extreme distance. Not going to work.
Look, the vacuum on that move is absurd.
Yes,
it's not that absurd, thankfully. Oh, you're going to chip out.
Yeah, good stuff by by Omega. Like, just smart, you know, forced GG with the run-up, locked him down, saw that he was at no health. Cool, I'm just going to go for a chip out. No need to overcommit, no need to overcomplicate this.
Yeah, that 5U chip out would have been nasty, too.
Yeah.
You get to see it wind up, and then it's like, oh, chipped out immediately after.
And you saw there, Lashiesty chose a bit of a wrong option. Went for the spot dodge in, went for the roll in and got blown up by the close L by Omega. And Omega gets all this valuable screen space. Going to throw down the GG, and nice, goes for the instant overhead instead.
Uh-oh, got the sweep.
Yeah, didn't quite get the conversion he wanted. Dive kicks over the fireball, forcing Lashiesty to use other options.
I think Omega went for a close M punish there. Got crushed on whatever the anti-air attempt was.
Lashiesty staying in the air a lot, very committal. Unfortunately, gets punished. Tough matchup, man.
Yeah. Add combos, we got the add combo.
Nice, I love to see it, man.
And that'll be Omega taking it 2-0 over Lashiesty.
Yep, solid play. I got nothing to say about that. You see, you know, they're talking, they're chatting. It's tough, man. If you're not playing against Fairy beforehand, she's an annoying character to deal with. She's got great options, great space control, and if you're not really sure on how you deal with each of the options she can present, you're going to get blown up. It's very, very tough.
Yeah, and, you know, that was the core of Fairy's earliest nerf for Granblue was, especially for those that weren't on the high level of plays that, all right, we know what Fairy's doing, we know how to counterplay Fairy and do all that. Her options, when they used to be air unblockable, just felt way too oppressive to most people, because, like, everyone tells you, jump the zoner when they use these long normals, and then you get air unblockable by the zoner.
You're like, well, all right, thanks for the help. I appreciate that.
It's like functionally, fundamentally, they understand you're right, but there's just so much that Fairy has ability to use. Like, her air buttons, yes, while close time is her best anti-air option since it's air unblockable, or spending for EX or Ultimate Beppo for that as well. She just has the tools, like, if you are not able to really get into the same rhythm as that Fairy player, she can take so much advantage of your playstyle and just chip you to death, especially when you're playing lower health Lancelot.
Yeah, oh yeah. And we got another matchup. It looks like they're prepping on stream. Proteus versus Dia Forte. You've already seen Proteus once. I actually want to give a shout out to Dia Forte, who has benefited from some very fortunate DQ luck and has made it to this point not having been tested, which is nice because you're coming into this fresh, right? You're not overwhelmed. You're not tired of the mental stack or anything. But the downside is you haven't gotten really warmed up. I mean, you haven't gotten tested in the fires of bracket yet. And going up against a Versuvia player at the start of it can be a little tough because she plays in such a unique way, right?
Yeah. It's like there's Versuvia that Proteus has, but also there's Vayne. I know Proteus has been learning a little bit of Eustace on the side.
Yeah.
So that could come out too. In the rare instances, Proteus does not think Versuvia is enough. But I highly doubt that.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting no matter what. I'm kind of curious to see how this match ends up playing out. And I'm curious to see who Dia Forte's on. You know, we don't have much knowledge. So it'll be neat. Speaking of which, on the loser side, you've got Topher facing Galactic Bounty. Lashiesty versus Hazard. Zero Trinity beat Cheval Grand 2-1 to move up to top 8. So unfortunately, we don't get to see much more of Cheval Grand at this point. But good job for Zero Trinity making it to top 8. And of course, on the winner side, you have BSG moving on, Live Laugh Lonathan beating Zero Trinity, and Omega beating Lashiesty that you just saw on stream. So we've already got a pretty good top 8 prep for you guys already.
Yeah.
Versuvia? I keep pronouncing your name Vesuvia, you know. I keep thinking of that volcano in Italy.
Oh, Vesuvius?
Vesuvius, because you know, every time she does the earth eruption from below, I'm like, oh my goodness, Pompeii's in trouble, dude.
There might have been some inspiration from Mount Vesuvius in naming Versuvia. Because she is an original character to Rising.
Yeah.
Now is actually going to be in the gacha as a raid boss, but it was so funny going on the Granblue wiki to just find things and then seeing Versuvia Rising. Spoiler warning. This contains only content from the fighting game Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising. None of this is in the gacha game at this moment.
Oh yeah, man. It's been very nice. Granblue's been. It's one of the earliest sort of gacha games. It's a
Yeah.
very old game. It's been around for a long time, but it's also been very generous, you know what I mean? Cygame's gotten a lot of credit for that, especially with the Uma Musume, our horse racing game. It's been very popular because it's super generous. It's a very fun and approachable game to play.
Well, not without legislation having to be made specifically for Granblue.
Yeah, that is true.
'Cause I forget which of the Divine Generals it was, but one of them caused the exact law that forced gacha games to reveal their rates. Because people would be spending hundreds to thousands of dollars not getting hurt.
Yeah. Dang, that's a fun fact. I didn't know that.
We got Vera?
This is neat. Proteus was a Vera player for a long time.
Yeah,
too, so if anybody's going to be aware, it's going to be Proteus in this matchup. So I'm interested. Let's see how Diaforte is going to make this one work. And again, for those of you unfamiliar, you've already seen Versuvia. She's got great zoning, good, powerful neutral control. Vera's an install character. She needs to get a hit and go into her install, otherwise she loses a lot of options. And she can do that either off of a command grab or by spending 100 meter. When she goes into the install, she's got a ton more options, great rush down character, and a lot of good offense.
Absolutely. It's going to set up. There's that BC immediately on close age. Proteus could take note of this and see if it happens again, just send that spot dodge, get your punish. Oh, what are you trying to 5U for?
Yeah, try to go for that command grab install. You see that run up? That's how she starts it off. So it's a good way, mixing people between dash up, re-staggers versus that command grab. It's a huge part of her kit in trying to get your install off early. Now that he's got 100 meter, you can make stuff happen. But Diaforte's find that first hit. Good stuff. Going to be able to converm into an install here. And you'll see exactly what I mean.
Oh, just going to take regular SSBA.
Really?
To get the damage. I respect it.
Yeah.
Especially because Vera now only has to get triple attack to connect into Yuhumayera for the install. Might as well go for damage. Oh my! Ooh. Counter hit Raging Strike. That is a round taken.
And you know what's super interesting about that? That SSBA that Diaforte did paid off a lot. Proteus lost 2 Brave points, taking 25% more damage, so that easy confirm off of Diaforte's Brave there caught Diaforte the round win. So really smart awareness. Already playing super, super solid.
Proteus is going to Brave counter, gets the far 8 on the run-up from Diaforte.
Both of them spending break points early in this matchup. They don't want to be caught in a bad situation, so they're spending what they have to keep their advantage going. Good hit by Proteus, going to go ahead and send it to the corner. Set up the install, gets caught trying to Brave. Probably was looking for Brave counter there, mistimed it. Oh, gets blown up. This is a bad situation for Diaforte, and yep, it's going to get closed out. Proteus, solid play.
Yeah. Proteus now just realizing I can be super, super aggressive. If I can just outspace Brave counter once or twice, I've got the confirms necessary in order to kill.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 1-1 apiece in this game one. Both of them looking to punch their way into winner side top 8. Good low, going to clip from far away. Nice stuff by Proteus. And DP back by Diaforte. Both of them are being ignorant on their defensive options. They do not want to hold the pressure.
Another 5U attempt, but Proteus, like you said, has this knowledge from Vanilla, can recognize that startup as soon as possible, and you're going to get counter hit.
Exactly, and Diaforte is always just a little bit too far away. So, Proteus is reacting, but maybe it takes him a little bit. If Diaforte was a little bit closer, could find it. Good regular grab, going to go ahead and set up the fairy. Now you just got to hold fireballs and eruption pressure, and look at the damage, right? You're close to getting chipped out if you block a couple more of these fireballs. Speak of the devil, tries to go for it, not going to find anything.
Oh, got the use just before Initia could finish startup, but gets the chip damage anyway. You're not going to be avoiding it for too much longer if you ever get Brave countered out against this character.
Yeah, and when you're that little health, too, it's like you're very low risk. I mean, you can spend 50 meter for an ultimate skill reversal. You can go do stuff, and if Diaforte even blocks it, you're getting the chip out. So Proteus was in a very comfortable, very controlled position at that point. Going back to the character select, I like it. Take a moment to think, make sure everything's correct. It's a good way to slow yourself down, consider your options, consider what your opponent was doing, and then take a moment into this next match.
Absolutely. Like, there's nothing wrong with taking a little bit of a mental break. No one's going to be rushing you here. Especially when you're down to what could be set point.
Yeah.
You definitely want to make sure every single round is your best foot forward to try and get to top 8 on the winner's side.
Absolutely. Proteus looking for an option early. Diaforte rolling in, almost getting punished, but not quite. Does do something minus on block, and so Proteus takes advantage on it. Yeah, roll forward, right? Diaforte is being a lot more committal, trying to get in and avoid these fireballs from Proteus, but Proteus is just being patient, waiting for Diaforte to kind of hang themselves by their own rope, right?
Speaking of, gets the link route into Lariat as well. You are absolutely dead here with the SBA.
And she hits the pose. Yeah, it just tears you up. I mean, you're dead 100% here. Proteus, a good solid round, and you saw Diaforte is changing it up, trying to be more aggressive, roll a bit more aggressively to get in and try and find punishes. But Proteus, great adaptations right back, immediately being more patient, waiting and letting Diaforte make a mistake and die because of it. Right there, right, round start roll, immediately Proteus ready, trying to punish. A little late on the punish, but Proteus is waiting and is ready.
There you saw Proteus go for 5U, waited it out a little bit. Oh, nice, got the last hit into Arcane, gets the Unimbus.
Proteus forced to burn some meter to wake up there to try and get out of the corner. Finds a good hit, going to carry him back over to the left side of the screen, or right side of the screen, excuse me. Nice farm. Again, these far confirmed like Proteus are nice, just racking up a little bit of damage here and there, but all that counts for a lot.
Yeah. Got the throw after EX Scarlet Oath. Is going to be some nice chances here. Diaforte getting immediately BC'd away though.
Yeah. Nice clip far away. Proteus in control here. Wow. Really risky. Opt to burn the 100 meter for the transformation. I don't blame him, but you're in such a bad scenario here. You have to find a hit immediately. Wow, Diaforte, nice pickup, good confirm. Not going to drive back to guarantee pressure, and now has to dodge everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite make it.
Went for an instant air jump with Grace View. Unfortunately, that is straight into Anitia's prime hitbox, and that'll let Proteus take it game 2 from a 2-0 set count. Moving on to that winner's side top 8.
Yeah. I mean, I actually kind of respect Diaforte for just going for the install there. It's really risky, but you're down by so much. You haven't gotten it throughout the set so far. Like, you need to do something to make something happen. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So going for something bold there, dangerous, but you were so far away that it's hard to get the punish for Vesuvia. Gave it a shot. Didn't work out, but I respect giving it the shot. You got to do something. Right.
Yeah, and I mean, especially when you're playing Vera as a character that needs her install to really expand her potential. Like, Grace View is such a powerful move once you get into install state. It's one that it's our only move that's locked behind that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
As well as, I mean, you technically have an alternate SBA, but that's besides the point. Getting in a triple attack, too. That's all you need now for Vera, which is massive. And that's so much easier than what it used to be, where you needed a 6xh counter hit, or a close H counter hit, or 5U raw, or 100 meter.
Yeah.
And just being able to worm your way in neutral, especially against Versusia, rolling those Anitias, being able to respond to some of these advancing options much, much more quickly and effectively really are the key in order to make Vera work.
Exactly. And you saw, it was good adaptations. Diaforte tried to change up the game plan, tried to be more aggressive with certain options, but that's the mark of being a good player on both sides. Is Diaforte would make a quick adaptation, Proteus would adapt back, right? Yeah. Immediately, right? Diaforte started off that second game, round 1, by rolling in, doing something aggressive, trying to catch a fireball or something on guard and get a punish. Proteus didn't get the punish on that roll in. It was sticking out a move, not a fireball. After that, Proteus just started being more patient, waited. If you're in that mid-screen range where you could roll in and punish me, I'll wait for you to make a mistake first, and then I'll punish you for it. And Diaforte couldn't adapt back fast enough, unfortunately. So good stuff. I mean, Diaforte's going to the loser side, so definitely can make another good run through there. I hope to see them in top 8. But good stuff for Proteus punching the ticket in.
Yeah. We're going to be going to a break in a little bit. Let top 8 get finished, finalized. I think you have Xrd to start go playing as well.
Yeah, it's going to be soon enough. That much for sure.
Make sure you don't go anywhere. Let's just get some water, stand up, get some popcorn. Yeah. We'll be back with top 8. You're going to have everyone come back ready and raring to go to see who gets to take the crown of the first bracket of AOTX3.
Yeah, should be fun. Y'all stay tuned.